next slide is background of study. For the first point is the textile industry contribute significantly to the global economy. The second is the textile industry produce a variety of products such as clothing, household textile, and industrial material. For the third point is textile industry evolved from small-scale handmade manufacturing to large-scale mechanized production. Fourth is industrial revolution introduced mass production via textile mills. For the last point is modern focus includes medical, automotive, and sustainable textile. Next slide is the problem statement. For the first point is resource scarcity. The industry relies heavily on resource, leading to water shortage and depends on non-renewable materials. This poses significant risk to long-term resource availability. So for the next point is environmental impact. The environmental footprint of the textile industry is considerable. Key issues include water pollution, high carbon emission, and regeneration of excessive waste through chemical use. Last point is health and safety issue. For this point is workers in the textile industry are often exposed to unsafe conditions, including inadequate safety protocols, noise pollution, hazardous chemical, and fire risk. This issue endanger their well-being and highlight the need for better safety measures. That's all. Next slide. The study aims critical issues in the textile industry by focusing on three key objectives. The first objective is to identify the various hazards present in the workplace, such as noise, chemical exposure, poor ventilation, and machinery risk. This is essential for understanding the risk faced by workers. The second objective is to investigate the root cause of the hazard. This includes analyzing outdated equipment, insufficient workers' training, and weak safety protocols that contribute to workplace risk. Finally, the study aims to propose effective solutions to mitigate this hazard. This includes implementing personal protective equipment (PPE), improving ventilation systems, and developing comprehensive worker training programs. So the next slide is significance of the study. First point is economic impact. This study highlights the significant role of the industry in driving economic growth. This contributes to the creation of millions of jobs and generates substantial revenue, demonstrating its importance to the global and local economy. Second is sustainability. The study emphasizes the necessity of eco-friendly material and processes. It promotes sustainable practice to minimize environmental harm, which is crucial in addressing global environmental concerns. For the third point is culture's influence. The study shed light on how the industry reflects cultural tradition and shape modern fashion and trend. It underlines the role of culture in preserving heritage while influencing contemporary lifestyle. Last point is global trade. The research discussed how the industry adapts to evolving consumer behavior and changing the trade policy. This flexibility is vital for maintaining a competitive edge in the global market. This study is significant as it addresses these four pillars, contributing to a deeper understanding of the industry, multifaceted role in society, economy, and sustainability.
Okay, for the background of industry process, the textile industry in Tamil Nadu consisting of 1,371 mills and employing around 38,461 workers is divided into 5 key sectors: dyeing, spinning, weaving, dyeing, and garment production. Each sector involves specific process such as spinning, which transform raw fibers into yarn through steps like carding, combing, and spinning, while weaving focuses on creative fabric and dyeing adds color to it before garments are produced. Despite its occupational health and safety, OSH, including exposure to hazardous chemicals, physical risk from machinery, high noise level, and ergonomic issues. Many workers lack awareness of this risk, making safety management difficult. To address this challenge, the industry implements measures such as safety audits, hazard identification, risk analysis, emergency preparedness, and the use of risk priorities numbers (RPN) to prioritize hazards. Additionally, safety commits and training programs help improve awareness and ensure a safer working environment. For the hazard overview, the textile industry in Tamil Nadu faces various hazards across its key sectors, including physical, chemical, ergonomic, electrical, and physiological risks. These include high noise levels, cotton dust exposure, fire hazards, repetitive tasks leading to musculoskeletal disorders, electrical faults, and chemical exposure in dyeing. Psychological stress from long hours and high production targets also poses a risk. Hazards are prioritized using the risk priority number (RPN) method, with cotton dust and fire risk being the most critical. Effective control measures such as PPE, fire prevention, and ergonomic improvement are vital to protect workers. Continue to physical hazard. Noise hazard generated by machines in the spinning, weaving, and ginning sectors. Cotton dust exposure common in the ginning and spinning stage. Temperature extremes. High temperatures are prevalent in dyeing and spinning sectors. Fire hazard. Flammable cotton fibers and electrical equipment increase the risk of fire. Chemical hazard. First, dyeing chemical used to color fabrics and yarns. Finishing chemicals used to provide fabrics with properties like wrinkle resistance, flame retardancy, and water repellency. Solvent and volatile substances used in cleaning and preparation process. For biological hazards, cotton dust, inhalation of cotton fibers during ginning and spinning processes. Mold and fungal growth occurs in stored cotton or organic materials, especially in poorly ventilated areas. Exposure to bacteria and fungi, common in wet processes like dyeing. Psychological hazard, stress, caused by unrealistic production target, high work pressure, and financial difficulties. Extend working hours. Workers often work long hours, sometimes beyond legal limits, leading to physical and mental exhaustion. Repetitive tasks. The monotonous nature of tasks contributes to burnout and stress. Low job satisfaction. Poor working condition, lack of breaks, and limited job enrichment contribute to mental fatigue. Low wage and poor living conditions exacerbate feelings of anxiety, frustration, and dissatisfaction among workers. Mental health and impact. Stress can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and depression, affecting overall well-being. Economic hazard. Repetitive tasks. Tasks like spinning, weaving, and dyeing require prolonged standing, bending, and manual handling of heavy loads, increasing the risk of injuries. Musculoskeletal disorders (MSDS). Workers are prone to back pain, joint strain, and repetitive strain injuries, particularly in the wrists, shoulders, and knees. Poorly designed workstation. Inadequate seating arrangement and improper workstation design lead to poor posture and physical strain, repetitive motion injuries, lifting heavy materials, bending over machinery, or twisting the body while operating looms increase the risk of ergonomic injuries. Lack of ergonomic equipment, insufficient ergonomic equipment, and inadequate training on proper body mechanics exacerbate the risk of physical strain and injury. For the last, health effect from all hazards. Physical hazard, noise exposure can lead to hearing loss, tinnitus, and increased stress. For economic hazard, can lead to musculoskeletal disorders such as back pain, joint strain, and repetitive strain injuries due to poor posture and repetitive tasks, resulting in chronic pain and disability. Psychological hazard, stress from long working hours, high production targets, and poor working conditions can cause anxiety, depression, and burnout. For biological hazard, exposure to bacteria and fungi in moist environments can lead to skin infection and respiratory issues. That's all from me. Thank you.
Approach to hazard evaluation. Chemical risks. Heavy metals, solvents, bleaches, and dyes are all employed in printing, finishing, and dyeing operations. Second, physical risks. Machinery, noise, vibration, and heat exposure are all potential hazards. Third, ergonomic risks. Trouble of repeated activities or poorly constructed workstation. And lastly, fire explosion risks. Flammable substance and dangerous situation post-trip. Next, data collection techniques. First, statistical and historical data. As statistical and historical data, we have market research. Collect data on industry trends, consumer behavior, and competitor performance. Historical analysis. Examine past production data, sales trend, and innovation outcomes. Second, social media and digital insight. We have two, social media analytics and e-commerce data. Social media analytics. Gather consumer feedback, trends, and engagement from online platforms. E-commerce data. Commerce data. Analyze sales trend and customer preference from online stores. And lastly, risk assessment methodology. A structured risk assessment technique is a systematic approach to identifying, analyzing, and mitigating potential risks in the textile business. This approach aims to improve workers' safety, environmental protection, regulatory compliance, and operational efficiency. The industry high-speed machinery and sophisticated processes need a comprehensive approach. Customized risk assessment enables safer, more sustainable operation while minimizing environmental effects.
Chapter 4. For the hierarchy overview, simple definition is a systematic process to enhance workplace safety by identifying hazards, evaluating risks, and implementing countermeasures. For step in hierarchy, first step is hazard identification. Identify potential source from physical, chemical, biological, ergonomic, and psychosocial. Use inspection, employees' inputs, and review of past incident. Second step in hierarchy is risk assessment. Evaluates the likelihood and severity of harm. Protects risk using tool like risk matrix. Next step is risk control. Apply the hierarchy of control. First hierarchy of control is elimination of substitution of hazards. Second, engineering control. Third, examinative control. 4. Use of personal protective equipment PPE as the last record. And then benefit of HIREC is prevent accident and injury, ensure compliance with safety regulation, and then boost employees' morale. And the last benefits of the HIREC is support continuous safety improvement. This is a HIREC analysis risk metric table. You can see have a likelihood, severities. Red color is high, yellow color is medium, and blue color is green. It is a mitigation based on the risk ranking. You can see have a risk, decisions, and action. And then this is a result of a HIREC font. First, work activity, lifting and carrying. This hazard, this based on the work activities, is a falling load, and then which can cause effect is material to fall, leading to injury. And second, risk analysis, existing risk contour if any, use a trolley, forklift, and a horse. For the likelihood, A4, severity 2, and the risk is yellow. For the recommendation, train workers in a proper lifting techniques and ensure the use of appropriate lifting aids such as trolley, forklift, or hose to minimize the risk of injury. And second, work activities is cutting fabric. Hazards in as activity is punctures, which can cause effect, accident, contact with sharp point or edge. To control the hazard is install safety guards on cutting machines to protect hand and finger. The likelihood is 4, severity 2, and the risk yellow. For the recommendation, regularly inspect and maintain safety guards on cutting machine and provide personal protective equipment PPE, likely glove, reduce the risk of accident contact with a sharp point. And then based on what activity, more hazard is crush injury, can cause effect, finger or hands caught in the ultimate cutting machine. And how to control equip a machine with easily explicit machinery stop button. And the likelihood 3, and the severity 5, and the risk 50 is right. The discussion. First, control measure of physical hazard. Noise exposure. First, control using engineering control. Use quieter machinery and equipment, and then enclose or block noisy equipment with barriers. Second control measure of physical hazard is estimative control. Optimize factory layout to reduce noise space. Second, implementing job radiation to limit exposure to high noise area. Second, for a control measure of a chemical hazard is engineering control. Ensure proper ventilation system in the place. Use automated system in minimize manual handling of chemical. Any control measure of a chemical hazard is personal protective equipment PPE. Provide glove, mask, goggle, and protective clothing to workers handling chemical. Control measure of biology hazard. Engineering control. Install a proper ventilation system to reduce humidity and prevent microorganism growth. Second, use dehumidifier or air conditioning system to maintain optimal environment condition. And then, administrative control is a two control measure of biology hazard. Enlist the enforce strict cleaning and sanitation Protocol for the workplace. Conduct a regular inspection to detect and address contamination early. 4. Control measure of psychology hazards. Administrative control. First, workload management. Set realistic workload and deadline to reduce stress. Rotate tasks to minimize monotony and fatigue. Second, scheduling and breaks. Allow regular breaks during work hour. Implementing flexible work schedule to accommodate workers' needs.
In conclusion, this study highlights three key points regarding the textile industry. First point is economic importance. The textile industry is a vital sector that contributes significantly to global economic growth by creating job opportunities and supporting other industries. Second point is challenges. Despite its importance, the industry faces numerous challenges such as chemical exposure, poor ventilation, agronomic issue, and fire risk. This hazard pose significant threats to worker safety and environmental sustainability. For the third point is necessity of action. To address these challenges, it is crucial to adopt safety measures, provide adequate training for workers, and implement sustainable practice. These actions are essential for ensuring the long-term viability and safety of the industry. By tackling this issue, the textile industry can continue to thrive while maintaining a safe and sustainable working environment for all. Next slide is recommendation. To address the challenges identified in the textile industry, the following recommendations are proposed. The first point is adopt tight safety procedure, ensuring compliance with established safety standards such as local regulation or OSHA guidelines is crucial. Regular, ins- Regular inspection of machinery and equipment should be conducted to identify and address risks. Additionally, workers must be provided with appropriate safety gear such as mask, glove, earplug to minimize exposure to hazard. Second point is implement training and awareness initiative. Comprehensive training programs should be introduced to educate employees on handling workplace hazard, operating machinery safely, and responding to emergency. Moreover, workers should be trained on agronomic practice to reduce injuries caused by repetitive motion or improper posture. For the last point is health monitoring and medical support. Regular health checkup for employees can help identify and manage potential health issues early. Providing on-site medical facility and first aid station ensure quick response to accident and promotes overall worker well-being. By implementing this recommendation, the textile industry can create a safer, healthier, and more sustainable environment for its workplace.